Okay, so securing your dream home in today's market, I'm going to hit 7 different options for you to use that will really help you secure that home and not lose it in multiple offers. As you guys know, my name is Savannah Shepard, owner broker of Vision Realty, and if you know anyone that's looking to buy a home, sell a house, invest in real estate, or start their real estate journey, I would love the opportunity to talk with them. Let's jump into today's conversation. Not missing your dream home. So number 1, this one is very simple and I hope most of you know it, but that is going to be make sure you have your financing situated. If you're going to go cash, FHA, conventional, whatever you're going to do, you want to have that finalized before you write the offer. This way everything is put together and when they see your offer, they know they're a serious buyer, and here's why, because they have proof that they're already financed or at least applied for financing. Now, if you can go cash, obviously cash is king. That's never going to change. Cash is number 1. However, if you can't go cash, conventional is the next best offer in a seller's eyes. I will say FHA, USDA, VA, these are all great loan options. However, some of them sellers are a little more uncomfortable with. If they have a good agent, they'll be fine and they'll talk them through that. But normally cash and conventional are looked at in the best perspective from the seller. Those are going to be your best options by far. Go cash, conventional. Number 2, whether you have an FHA, a VA, or you're going cash, you need to provide proof of that. So if I'm going with a cash offer, I need to have proof of funds. I'm going to give them my offer, number 1. And number 2, I'm going to supply proof of funds so they can see I'm not dreaming. This is reality. I have the money and I want to purchase your home if you'll let me. Also, if you're not going cash and you're going with a loan, not a problem. Just make sure and have a pre-approval letter. That goes far, and many sellers will not even consider an offer unless they have that pre-approval with them. Those are going to be your 2 most basic steps. Number 3 is going to be how you structure your offer. Of course, putting a high escrow amount is going to make your offer look good. Typically, it's about 1% to 2% that you put in an escrow account, which they hold until closing and then they give back to you. But it's your way of saying, hey, I'm serious, I want to buy your home and I'm going to put this amount of money on hold until closing for this home. If you can do more than that, the more, the better in the seller's eyes because it makes you become a very serious buyer. So it's another way to consider making your offer look better. Now, going through different ways to change the contract would be number 1, you can take out the inspection period. Now, an inspection is very important and you need to check with your lender before you do this because they'll advise you on whichever home you're looking at. If you're cash, you're the boss, it's your decision, it's your money, and you get to choose whether you want an inspection or not. I would highly suggest either get an inspection or when you do your walkthrough before you write in the offer, have your inspector come with you, have your handyman come with you, and go ahead and kind of do a little quick inspection on your own so you can get ahead of some of those things. If you are getting a loan, most of the time you have to get a home inspection. If that's the case, don't let that go. You're going to have to get it and you want to make sure and do that. Number 1. Number 4 is going to be appraisal. You don't always have to get appraisal. Again, if you're cash, this is your option. If it's not cash, you need to check with your lender and say, hey, if this doesn't appraise, can I still purchase it for X amount over appraisal? You can write your offer saying, I don't want an appraisal for number 1. And an appraisal is the bank's approval saying the house is worth this amount. Obviously, that's going to be the best bet to the seller to have 0 appraisal. However, if you still want to get an appraisal, you could say, as long as it appraises 20 grand with an asking price, I will pay the difference. That's an option. Check with your agent, check with your lender, because this is really going to be case by case. I don't want to suggest you to do something that will harm you. I'm just telling you in the seller's eyes what makes an offer a really good offer, okay? So it's going to be an appraisal and an inspection. If you can absolutely eliminate them, that's all the better for the seller. Now, absolutely, positively, one of my most favorite options is an escalation clause. Many agents don't know about this, have never written one, and it's genius. I love it. It will save you guys so much money, so listen up. An escalation clause is very important because it allows you to give the very best offer you possibly can without overextending. So let me explain. I have a house, it is $200,000. That's what it's listed at. I want this house and I don't want to lose it. I love it. Now, I also know there's 10 other offers on this house. How do I choose that perfect number? I mean, how do you choose the number that is going to be more than all of theirs? But if I put an offer in at $250, what if the highest offer was $215? And I just spent $35,000 more than what I wanted to. That's not fun, and I don't want anyone to have to go through that. So what you do is you write an escalation clause in your contract. It's going to go something just like this. The buyer will pay $1,000 over any other offer up to $250. So in that exact scenario, if the very highest offer out of those 10 offers was $215, that would automatically make your offer $1,000 more than it, putting it at $216. Can you see where that's beneficial? You're not spending $250,000. You're still getting your dream home, but you're getting it at $216,000 and saving all of that money. I highly suggest use an escalation clause. Make sure the other party understands how it works. It's genius, and I've been able to help a lot of buyers secure their home with that without, like I say, overextending themselves, but still being able to get the home that they want. Last but not least is going to be the title company. Title company is generally paid in Florida by the seller, so they're going to be expecting to pay for that. Let's take $200,000 example. It's going to be about $1,700 to $1,800. That's something they're going to be prepared to pay, and you could come to them and say, hey, I will pay for the title company. This way you don't have to pay for it. Obviously, it lowers their closing costs and makes your offer look better. So that is a whole bunch of options for you guys. I sure hope those help. If you hadn't known about them, use them. And if you're in the buyer's market, listen to this video. Send it to anyone that you know that's also looking to buy. These different tips that I've given to you don't just apply for Florida. These apply anywhere and everywhere. So it's certainly not just for this location, but I'm hearing constantly, oh, I'm buying a home and I keep losing the home I want. And just met a couple today, same exact situation. We keep losing the house that we want. We don't know what to do. Everything has multiple offers because everywhere is a very low inventory. This will help you with that. If you're in the buying market, watch this video, send it to anyone that is, and take advantage of it and tell your agent, here's what I want to do. I want the house, I don't want to lose it, and here's how I'm not going to lose it. Hope that's helpful for you guys. Have an awesome Wednesday, awesome rest of your week, and I will see you next week.